Suzanne Boulad. I'm a Syrian American organizer. Organized the rally today, and I'm also a law student at the University of Minnesota.
Why today was important to you to be here and bring the Syrian crisis to the mix? Labor Day and Keith Ellison and Al Franken, they all heard all of this, and they had to really address this issue today.
It was the day because, unfortunately, the refugee crisis and the Syrian crisis have been going on for a very long time. But the image of Aylan al-Kurdi, the little boy who was washed up on the shores of Turkey, managed to turn the world's attention back to Syrians, at least for a few days. And it generated a lot of emotion and a lot of support. And I really wanted to capitalize on that energy in order to create a rally where people actually, instead of just sharing a post on Facebook, well, they'll be encouraged to do something.
We're here because we're celebrating Labor Day, but we had a very, very important meeting with our Syrian American community who brought our attention to the tragic and horrible situation for the refugees. So we're doing Labor Day, but we've also flexible enough to include more than one reason for getting together.
Keith Ellison has been a strong ally to the Syrian American community, and we felt like this would be a place with a lot of friends where we could get a lot of new supporters.
As a politician itself, why did we wait that long until it became a human tragedy?
You know, in politics, the biggest number is one. It's not 435, it's not 87%, it's not 10 million, the biggest number is one. You see that one little boy wash up dead on the beach, it shocks everyone. You see the one journalist get beheaded, it shocks everyone. One is the biggest number. One is the number people relate to. So why do we have a new attention on the Syrian crisis? Sadly, because this little boy's life got sacrificed for it. Maybe now we'll wake up and do something that we should have been doing for a long, long time.
You felt like people didn't know how to deal with the humanity of the Syrian protesters, and they wanted to either brush them off as terrorists, which is part of the Assad regime's plan as well, or they wanted to brush them off as victims. Oh, these are just refugees. They're not actually political players with their own voice and their own agency.
You know, I've been to Syrian refugee camps in Turkey, and it's tragic. The children, so many kids, women and kids, is mostly who it is.
They pay the price.
Few men, and not that many men, mostly women and children. A lot of men, no leg, no arm, that kind of thing.
As a Syrian American, can you tell us a little bit about the community here and how they handle this news from back home?
Yeah, the Syrian American community in the U.S. is fairly large. My family has dealt with it very personally as well. I've had family members be killed in the conflict. I've also had a cousin who made the same journey across the Mediterranean that has claimed so many lives. And it's hard. You go through a lot.
As a Somali American, do you see any parallel between what's happening in Syria and
Yes, actually the other day I was sort of having a PTSD. I couldn't look at the pictures of the babies because I could easily see myself being one of those kids, you know, escaping a war at a young age. I knew the difficult decisions my parents made to make sure that at least some of us survived.
I'm committed to continue the push. I've been working on this for many years, very frustrated with the lack of progress, but we're not going to quit because we don't have the luxury of doing that.
What do you want the American people to know about the Syrian crisis now that is not really covered, it's not really presented in the mainstream media?
I want the American people to know that it's still a revolution. Even with the refugees staged a protest in Hungary, I think. And if you listen to their chants, they're the same chants, they're the same songs that were sung in Daraa in Damascus. These are people that, they don't want charity. They don't want to be seen as victims. These are people who want control of their own destiny.
You know, God willing, you know, we will finally focus the attention on ending the Syrian crisis and also helping Syrian refugees come to the United States. You know.